It is John the Net Guy. Said I'm going to be redoing my studio and I'm looking for a set of studio monitors. Now, I've always had to buy my monitors used, and I monitor not like screen, but monitor like speaker, and I'll tell you why those are important. So I was looking for a set of studio quality monitors, and they said, you know what? We've got the Edifier MR4s back here. They're a set of reference monitors. And what is that? So a monitor, when you're listening to audio, and the audiophiles will know all about this, you want it as close to the natural quality that you can get of all the instruments, of all the sounds, of all the vocals. You want it to be dead flat EQ. When I'm editing my YouTube videos, editing my other quality content that I put out here, I need to know that the audio is, going to be baseline. Now, when you go out and buy speakers, they have what we call a smiley EQ. They make the highs really high, they make the lows really low, but you don't get a natural sound for editing. So when you're editing, you're going to see studio monitors like this in the 3 to 4 inch range. These happen to be 4-inch. Sound pressure level is almost perfectly flat across the range here. That's a 5 dB range. So excellent sound reproduction down and below 100 hertz. So they drop off somewhere around the 50 dB range. They're going to start to, they're not a subwoofer. They're not designed for that. But you heard me say dual mode. Now let's talk about what dual mode is, because that was amazing to me. I did not expect that until I started using them. There's 2 different modes on here I want to talk about. So that monitor button down in the lower right corner, if it's red, it's going to be flat EQ. It's going to use that professionally tuned, graded sound quality. If you press it, you can actually switch it to go into music mode, and then the knobs on the back let you adjust the bass and the treble to be your own EQ. So I was able to play games, which is another purpose of the backdrop here, is so I can use my gaming machines. I'm able to play games and have the really cool heightened sound of higher, richer bass and the higher highs. But when I go back to edit my YouTube videos, if you were to edit in that mode, you might flatten things out inappropriately. And then when I produce my master copy of my video, when you put it on your system, then you play it back and it comes back level. So you want to come up with that reference sound. So I can switch between the 2 different modes with a single press, which is really cool. While I do this, I'm going to roll the unboxing clip for you. There we go. Other cool things about them. Now, these ones do not have a Bluetooth. They do have models with Bluetooth. If that's something that's really important to you, that may be an upgrade. Yeah, so there is the speakers themselves right there. Good looking set. Now, you can decide if you want the black set, which kind of blend in. I wanted the white set because I want them to pop back there with my logo and have a white monitor right now. So I thought I would do that. So there you go. They are going to come with a multiple sets of input cables. They're going to have an actual audio cable. It is a little bit thinner than I'd like in gauge, but again, can't be choosers here. That's the audio cable right there that goes in between them. We are only talking about 20 watts. So 21 watts per speaker, 42 watts total, and the cable is at least 10 feet. So it's going to fit across from your largest rooms, but you're going to want them spaced about arm's length at most in a traditional studio environment. They're going to have an RCA to aux or 3.5 millimeter. The neat thing is, in this case, I ran it all through my monitor, so any device, whether it's an Xbox or it's a PC or my MacBook or anything that goes through my monitor, when I switch my monitor input, my speakers come with it, which is pretty slick because I don't have a KVM yet. So there you go. So I was doing a little Shadow of the Tomb Raider. These things sound really good. I feel bad because I unplugged them, so you won't be able to hear them. And again, it's going to be hard to hear these things, because you're going to just be playing them with your speakers. But let's take a look at them. And this is the single right speaker. It's going to have TRS, RCA inputs, and they include an RCA to 3.5. This is the adjustment for sound, and then you're going to have your outputs for your other side speaker. Now on the front, let's flip it around real quick. There is going to be your Edifier logo. This is that speaker with that, outside cone and that gasket. It's going to have an auxiliary input up here, which is actually kind of cool. So if I've got a handheld media player, I've got a device or something with an output that I want to plug in, maybe you're going to do an outdoor movie night or something cool. A lot of those projectors have garbage speakers. You could bring this in here or something else and use that auxiliary input for a phone, for some music. Use this RCA input or the TRS input for your projector, and you guys could watch movies. Volume is super simple to adjust here. Like we said, that little light's going to be red or green. If you single tap it here, it is going to switch between those, and if you long press it, it turns the speakers completely off. So that again from Edifier. These are their MR4s. Excellent audio quality out of them. Now, you could pair these, and I've seen them sold with a subwoofer. If you wanted that low bass, in some applications that's good. For most of my videos, I don't need the super low bass track. But if you need below 50 hertz, below 100, really well represented, pair these with a subwoofer, and you're going to be good to go. So that was from Edifier. I want to thank the Edifier company for sending these out for a fair and honest review.